Sea Platoon today had a drill on the MS Volendam. It's in Station Pier for the day. The opportunity was afforded to us by Holland America Line, and we had approximately 7 trucks in attendance, so probably about 21 to 25 firefighters. There was a scenario that there was a fire on the forward mooring deck that spread to an additional deck, so we ended up with fires on deck 2 and 3. The initial response was the ship's firefighting crew, and the rest of the crew was called to muster stations. As the fire was continuing out of control, assistance was requested from shoreside, at which time our initial crews went on board, and there was a request for an additional 4 BA crews and boundary cooling to commence. At the moment we're on the forward mooring deck of the Volendam. This area was involved in the fire. There was 2 compartments, this one here on the 3rd deck and the one below on the 2nd deck. This was an extension of the fire, and as you can see we had crews entering this area. It was fully smoke logged at the time. Crews from both the ship and our side, and so they became MFB Firefighting Crew 1 and Ship Crew 1. They did a search of this area, and we also were conducting boundary cooling from the port side and using the ladder platform on the forecastle of the ship in front of the bridge. This is the external deck area of Deck 3. We're at the request of the Volendam crew. We fed lines up here. We had to use 50mm, and we came over the railing and into the affected compartment. Once the fire was a little bit more under control in there, we opted to use the international ship coupling and ran it through one of the hatches in the forward mooring deck directly into the coupling there. There was some problem with communication with the firefighting. We were trying to operate on our fireground channel 48, but due to the structure of the ship, we lost contact with each other and outside, in which time the BA crews switched to local 1. But without a second radio on the deck, we lost communication with the incident controller, so there were some good learnings there. We were able to maintain communication using the ship's radio to the bridge, where we had a liaison officer at the time. As you can see in the area that I'm standing here, it's a typical corridor on the ship. They're quite narrow and the area is quite confined. The entrance to the cabins is once again quite narrow, and once you get a number of crews in here, it fills up fairly quickly. We're always operating in teams of 3 minimum, and often with an additional person from the ship's company.